Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hiding Community Field here on the campus of Marshfield Senior High School. Jason Zaleski alongside Jada Hamblin, and you are in the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank moving our communities forward and moving them forward online at forward.bank. We'll give you the in-person locations momentarily, but always start with my favorite location right here in Marshfield on North Central Avenue. Made it to the bank yesterday. Almost a daily visitor to the bank for one reason or another. Probably because I should be more prepared, perhaps. But a favorite location there on North Central Avenue. Right here in Marshfield, in the Forward Bank pregame show goes a little something like this. It is, for Marshfield anyway, week 5. And for Hortonville, it is week 7 here in football. And Marshfield comes in with a record of 0-4. Hortonville, and even 3-3 overall. And as we look at Wisconsin Valley Conference standings, had those pulled up here just a minute ago. Get those ramped back up. There we go. DC Everest at 4-0, Hortonville at 2-1. Wausau West is 2-2, Wisconsin Rapids 2-3, and Marshfield and Wausau East both at no wins and 2 losses here on the 2020 Valley Football Association standings. Take a look at Marshfield here first, and this is I guess I should say before we get into some of the stats, last week of the regular season here of 2020 playoffs. The computer is going to spit out some seeds and some pods, some brackets on Sunday, and make sure to check in at ZaleskiSports.com or your favorite Zaleski Sports Facebook channel. We'll give you the updates from all across the state, and including Marshfield and Hortonville. Tell you who they play, where they play, all that kind of business. There are 2 weeks of playoffs, and then that's it. You'll win your region, so to speak, and then pat on the back. Good job. Thanks for having a healthy and fun 2020 season, and then everybody goes to get ready for winter sports. Football, the only sport in the WIAA this year that does not have a state champion. State champion events in volleyball, soccer, others happening this weekend. Other state champions were already crowned in tennis and cross country. Football will be and is the only one in the state of Wisconsin that will not have an outright state champion, but they will play 2 weeks of playoffs, and that all starts next week. For Marshfield, I mentioned 0-4. They dropped the first game of the year on October the 9th here at home to Menominee. As a matter of fact, Marshfield plays all their games at home here in the regular season. Lost 32-0 to Menominee, 10-0 to DC Everest, 14-13 to Wisconsin Rapids, and 22-8 to Chippewa just last year. We'll put the microphone out the window for today's national anthem and continue our Forward Bank pregame show in just a moment. All right, let's do this, Jada. Send us to commercial. We'll hear this from Forward Bank and be back to tell you more about the Hortonville Polar Bears and overall statistics prior to today's game. Back after this.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
All right, back in the Forward Bank pregame show. Forward Bank moving our communities forward. Find them online at forward.bank and in Marshfield on North Central Avenue for the Hortonville Polar Bears. Again, they come in at an overall record of 3-3. They started on Friday, September 25th with about 80% of the state back on that day, and they did beat West De Pere 43-39 to open the season. Lost to the first place DC Evergreens at home 42-7, and then beat Wisconsin Rapids back on Friday, October the 9th 36-21. They were scheduled to play Wausau West on the 16th. Instead played Xavier and lost to Xavier 41-13, and then lost to Little Chute on the 23rd 25-7, and then last week beat Wausau West at Tom Field 27-20. For the Hortonville Polar Bears, they are led by quarterback Sam Dodd. He leads the conference in passing, 690 passing yards, 7 touchdowns. He does have 3 interceptions on 25 of 54 passing in the 2020 season. Running for the Polar Bears, and we take a look, thought I had it here. There we go. Hortonville, Chase Hughes, he's got 44 carries, 122 yards. He's got a touchdown. To his credit, does Hughes. And receiving, and I mentioned quarterback Sam Dodd. He will hook up often, as he has all year, with TJ Payne. Payne, 3 touchdown catches on the season, 362 yards receiving. Parker Lawrence and Chase Hughes will also catch passes for the Polar Bears today. For Marshfield, rushing attack, we'll talk about that. Here is that's where the offense has been when it has appeared. It has been on the ground for Marshfield, and Marshfield is led in rushing by Logan Durham, 24 carries, 119 yards. And we've had a couple different quarterbacks this year. Will Fetting wears number 2, Trevor Femmel wears number 7, and both have got action during the last 2 weeks. Kickoff coming to the Polar Bears, bounces on the 13-yard line, picked up there, ran across the 20 up to the 25. And that's where the Polars will start today. That return by number 10, Chase Hughes. So the Polar Bears will start from their own 26-yard line. And again, the Hortonville player to watch, number 2, quarterback Sam Dodd, just a junior for the Polar Bears. Dodd in the shotgun and hands off to Hughes. Hughes up the middle, breaks it outside. He's across the 40, running to the 50, and will be brought down from behind by Matt Donovan. But a big gain for Hughes. Chase Hughes, the senior, rips off a big one. 33-yard gain on first down for Hughes and the Polars, and they are in Marshfield territory. So Hughes and the Polar Bears from the Marshfield 40, just 20 seconds off of the first quarter clock. Already in Marshfield territory. One man in motion. The handoff again goes to Hughes. Hughes picks his way and will lean forward for maybe a half a yard. It'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming. In one of 5 games right now on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. We also give you Indiana High School playoffs. It is level 3 down in Indiana. Delta and Marion. Marion leads 14-0 at halftime as they started at 7 o'clock Eastern time. That was 6 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. Spencer Columbus is at Amherst. Assumption is at Iola, and Neelsville is at Fall Creek. Watch them all live and all at ZaleskiSports.com. And Dodd on the hard count gets the Marshfield defensive line to come across the line. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Polar Bears. Underway over in Amherst. We'll keep that score updated for you. That is the game in the area that has statewide interest. Spencer Columbus and Amherst, always a classic battle. Handoff to Hughes. Hughes runs into his own man, actually ran into the back of number 30, Ben Bulow. Otherwise, may have gained a few more. It'll be 3rd and short upcoming for the Polar Bears. Gain of 3 on 2nd down. Puts the ball at the Hortonville 32, or I'm sorry, at the Marshfield 32-yard line. Rick watching online. Hey, Rick, thanks for watching the broadcast today. So 3rd and 2 for Dodd and the Polars. He's got Hughes to his left, 3 receivers split right, and looked right, now throws to the near side and overthrows the intended receiver, TJ Payne. I mentioned Payne in the pregame, 3 touchdowns on the season, and Dodd took a shot at Payne, overthrew him, and it's 4th down, and Dodd runs to the side. He'll get a play call. Thought maybe they may try out the special teams unit. That'd be a 49-yard field goal from here. So on 4th and 2, it'll be the offense on the field for Coach Ben Stumpf and the Polar Bears. So early play here in the game. Big one. The Marshfield defense looking to get off the field, put their offense on for the first time. Polar Bears looking for a 1st down. Dodd back to pass on 4th and short and overthrows the receiver on the other side. And the Marshfield defense does hold that pass intended for number 80, Aiden Least, and about a foot clear or tall of Least. And so Sam Dodd, a couple misfires on 3rd and 4th down, and the Marshfield defense does withstand the early explosive offense from the Polar Bears and will send their offense back on the field. The Marshfield offense has struggled this season. Mentioned those scores in the pregame show. A couple of zeros in the 0-4 record. And quick pass here to the near side and struggling forward. It'll be a gain of about 4 on the catch from Wyatt Lemoyne. That was on the pass from Will Fetting. Looking through the rosters, as I was saying, that Fetting a senior, Wyatt Lemoyne a senior, one of 31 seniors for the Marshfield Tigers here this season. Hortonville plays with 12. About the same size roster, but Marshfield nearly 3 times the amount of senior leadership on the field. See if that shows today. As Fetting now in the pistol and Lemoyne in motion behind him. And the handoff in the backfield will be brought down as Jeff Marsh. Marsh, a loss of 3 as the defensive line came pouring through, and Marsh had nowhere to go. So the pass play, the 5-yard or so gain to Lemoyne, erased largely on that last defensive play by the Polar Bears defensive line. Now 3rd and long from the Marshfield 33-yard line. Fetting back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and will be wrapped up from behind. That was number 54, Bodie Schanhofer. Either way, those of you watching online, you are certainly welcome to correct me and make sure I get it right. But 3 and out for the Marshfield offense. As I said, they've struggled here this season. Struggled to gain yards, struggled to score points. Matter of fact, just scored their first offensive points of the season 2 weeks ago. And did have a touchdown last week in a 22-8 loss to Chippewa Falls. So the Tigers will punt. And punt nearly blocked, may have actually been deflected as that one heads straight to the Polar Bears sideline. And the Polar Bears will start with good field position on their second offensive drive. 7:42 left in the first.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
All right, back here to Marshfield on the first down play from the Marshfield 45-yard line. Sam Dodd airmails one into the end zone, so he's Had trouble getting on track here in this first quarter. They're now their second offensive drive. It fizzled after 2 dot incompletions on the first drive. A couple nice runs by Chase Hughes, including a 30-yarder. Drive fizzled at the Marshfield 32-yard line. Now after a punt that it may have been partially deflected or blocked, sets up the Polar Bears nicely, and Hughes on the run, and a flag thrown in the direction of where Bodie Schanhofer was blocking, and peeling himself up off the carpet was Jaden Wilhelm. We'll see if that's where the infraction occurred. And it is a hold, and I believe that's exactly what it was, and so a hold on Hortonville. And bring up second and long. Second and about 19. They say that when the penalty occurred that Hughes had gained 1 yard of offense, so they'll back it up from that spot. Or it'll be second and 19. Dodd back to pass. Middle screen set up through the hands of Hughes, and then tipped around a little bit out there. It was Wilhelm and Kai Swanson both near the ball for Marshfield, but it does fall incomplete. Brings up third and 19 for the Polar Bears. Line to gain for the first down is the 35. So if you're Hortonville, you want to put yourself in a situation where you're not going to punt. You want to get at least half of it here, if not 75% of it. So Dodd back to pass, fires it long into double coverage, and looking for his receiver, again, TJ Payne. And nice coverage that time by the Marshfield secondary, and on the holding penalty, proves to be costly for the Polar Bears, as Hortonville now will send out their punt team. Their second offensive drive of the game is thwarted. And thanks everybody for watching. One of 5 games on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network tonight. Your goal is to watch all 5 all at the same time. Send a picture in. We've had those before. Actually, we did 7 games a few times this year. As that one had to be line drived out of there to get down, and then gets a very friendly roll to be downed all the way back at the Marshfield 6-yard line. And with 7:04 left in the first, that's where Marshfield will take over when we come back.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite, as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Back to Marshfield, and it's a run on first down that goes for about 2 yards. And then a penalty comes from the umpire. We'll see what that is all about. As a run there by Logan Durham. Scratches out about 2, but they're going to call a hold on Marshfield. It'll be half the distance, and now ball is actually going to be spotted inside the 2-yard line. That is not half the distance. It is a 5-yard penalty on 1st and 10 from the 7. All right. Well, the ball just past the 1-yard line, as a matter of fact. So in deep are the Tigers, and in deep trouble here. Hortonville defense looking to make something happen here on the precarious situation placed in front of the Tigers. Fetting back to pass, now steps up, will take off from there. He's across the 5, into the 10, loses the ball. And the ball is out. Hortonville thinks they have the ball, and they don't. Marshfield able to recover. As actually that was Trevor Femmel on that run. As he leaned forward, the ball was punched out by, I believe that was 42, which, if I'm right, is August Maurer. But either way, Marshfield able to fall on it, and a run of about 12 will give Marshfield 2nd and 4 from its own 12. And Femmel will come back in after getting the play call from head coach Denny Gadel. Tigers split out 4 receivers, 2 by 2. And Gadel all the way on the numbers calling the timeout, and we'll take a timeout right along with Marshfield. 5:45, still no score in the first.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Our apologies again, coming back late. We've learned our lesson now. These officials are pretty quick out there. And it was a Logan Durham carry, a loss of about 1 on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Marshfield from its own 11-yard line. And coming in late is Ben Conrady. And now Trevor Femmel hops back in the huddle, delivers the play call. Played nearly 7 here in the first quarter, no score. Hortonville's been able to move the ball. Marshfield has not. Both teams now have had 2 possessions. Femmel back to pass, passes to the near side. That's Lemoyne there, and will be very near a first down and has just enough. It was 3rd and 5, got 3rd and 5 and 2 feet, and that's a first down for Marshfield. A nice pass there from sophomore Trevor Femmel. So Marshfield now, fresh set of downs. 1 in motion. The give goes to Durham, and he's hauled down in the backfield. That have not seen that play work yet in 2020, and it continues to be sniffed out by opposing defenses. A loss of 3, maybe 4. So 2nd and long now for Marshfield. Zach Ruvers on the tackle, number 63, junior for Polar Bears. Again, Femmel in the shotgun, and the give comes across the field. Now stretching it wide is Matt Trulin, and Trulin's going to have maybe a foot as he ran the length of the field, or the width of the field, I should say. And they'll mark him as no gain on the play. That play was strung out by the Polar Bears defense. Nice job of contain on the far side, and no gain on the play for the Tigers. 3rd and 13 from the 13. Seven 0 Amherst in the first quarter. They lead over Spencer Columbus. Now Femmel back to pass. He's flushed out wide and hurls it down the field, and Lemoyne was there, and TJ Payne was there, and Payne bats it down. Pass incomplete, and the punt team will again come onto the field for the Tigers. Coach Denny Gadel screaming at the back judge, looking for a flag there, no flag to be found. So Marshfield now will punt as Peterson stands in his own end zone. Gets that one away cleanly and will land at the 38-37 yard line, and that's where the Polar Bears will take over for their 3rd offensive possession here in today's game. So Hortonville's been set up nicely now a couple times. Haven't been able to do anything with it yet. But their best field position here in the game as they now start in Marshfield territory at the 38. Your locally owned Sherrill Tire and Service Center will keep you rolling and growing by coming to you with one of our 14 farm and commercial service trucks. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. Dodd now the handoff to Hughes. Hughes straight up the middle and will be pushed back there. Number 23, Matt Donovan on the tackle again for the Tigers. Gain of about a yard and a half. Look for Hortonville to go back to the air attack here as the run game is flatlined here just a bit as the quarter wears on. 2.5 left here in the first. Dodd calls for it once. Looks at the defense, and the pass here comes to the outside to Payne. Payne sits down at the 31. Be a gain of 6. It'll bring up third down now. Third and about 3 for Hortonville. Talked about that in our Forward Bank pregame show. Dodd to Payne. It's happened a number of times here in 2020, and it has materialized here again today. Two receivers to the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. And now Dodd back to pass, looks to the far side, and again overthrows the receiver, this time Braden Gosser. And overthrew Gosser by about 4 feet. Had trouble with these passes, has Dodd here in the first quarter. First drive of the game fizzled out after back-to-back. Tall passes from Dodd. Now Dodd misses Gosser there by a few feet. So 4th and 3 now, and the Polar Bears keep the offense on the field. Set number 80, Aiden Least, wide to the top side of the screen. Again, is TJ Payne on the bottom of the screen. Dodd rolls out. Dodd will tuck, keep, and lean forward, and he'll have the first down by about a yard. So a gain of 4 on 4th and 3. Fresh set of downs, 1:38 on the first quarter clock. Again, Amherst leads Spencer Columbus 7-0. 1:39 left to play over in Amherst. Folks upset, visiting fans, and they have been all year, all sports, volleyball, soccer, now football, whatever it is. No visiting fans allowed over in Amherst, and now Spencer and Columbus folks upset for the first time as they play over there and have learned now that no visiting fans allowed at Amherst as Chase Hughes runs it to the near side, a gain of about a yard, as the Marshfield defense able to string that one out to the sideline and close at the end, make the tackle. Quite a home field advantage if you're Amherst, whatever the sport is. Don't allow any visiting fans in. Safety reasons, what they tell us, but I happen to think it's kind of a sneaky little way to get home field advantage. And run right up the middle, Hunter Strange, and Strange plows ahead up to the 20, maybe into the inside. Yeah, right at the 20s where they're going to mark him. So a gain of about 6, maybe 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for Hortonville. And Hortonville does not have another run to play if they don't want to, and they will choose not to. And we will end the first quarter here in Marshfield. No score. Second quarter football coming up.
Taqueria El Sol sirve la comida mexicana más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol está en Marshfield, en Avenida South Central y Calle 17. Está abierta cada día. Taqueria El Sol prepara salsa y guacamole cada día. Y tiene un menú con muchas recetas familiares de México. Taqueria El Sol tiene una tienda de comestibles también. Se venden comidas mexicanas secas, refrigeradas y congeladas para ayudarle a servir la comida mexicana, la más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol en la Avenida South Central en Marshfield.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at Grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. All right, welcome back to Marshfield. Jason Zaleski alongside Jada Hamblin. You're watching live Marshfield Tiger Sports on the official broadcast network of the Marshfield Tigers. This is Zaleski Sports. One of 5 games on the Zaleski Sports broadcast network tonight. To mention them a moment ago, it's Amherst leading Spencer Columbus 7-0. Also have Assumption at Iola, Neelsville at Fall Creek, and Indiana Level 3 football is Delta at Marion. All those games live right now, all at ZaleskiSports.com. So we come back here. It is 3rd and short for the Polar Bears. And the pitch outside to Hughes. Hughes turns it up, leans forward, and he will not have enough. Matter of fact, he'll lose a half a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down for Hortonville. And timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as they will tend to Hughes on the field. Back to Marshfield in just a moment. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
All right, back here to Marshfield. Chase Hughes back on his feet and does walk off the field gingerly as it may be, although picking up steam as he goes to the sideline. Looked like he may have just got that foot and ankle caught under him on the tackle. But as we come back, it looks like a field goal attempt. On the kick is Drew Klein, junior for the Polar Bears, and Klein will attempt a 38-yard field goal here in the leading seconds into the second quarter. Score still 0s on the clock. Again, Drew Klein, 37-yarder as it's spotted down, and the kick may have been partially deflected as it came through. A nice job there by the Tigers special teams, and Jagger Halverson may have touched that as it came through and does not go any further than just the end zone, and our score remains 0-0. Again, it is 7-0 score over in Amherst. Amherst, though, looks like they were getting ready to score, although it looks like Spencer Columbus with the ball, so 7-0. Spencer Columbus says they just start the second quarter over in Amherst. So on the missed field goal, Marshfield will take over from its own 25-yard line. And a quick hitch here to the near side. That's Lemoyne spinning out of one tackle, leaning forward to be a gain of about 6 on first down. Maybe 7. It'll bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Will Fetting in on this series for Marshfield at quarterback. Check in Neelsville, Fall Creek, 0-0. 9 minutes to play before halftime over in Fall Creek, Wisconsin. Now Fetting back to pass, rolls out to his right, now tucks and runs, speed up the far hash, and will gain about 4 yards on 2nd and 3. That'll be a Marshfield first down, their second first down here of the half. Take a look at that Assumption score for you. Assumption tough game over in Iola, Scandinavia. And the T-Birds lead 21-0 as they play still in the first quarter. third quarter in Indiana. I'll give you that score update here in just a second as one comes in motion for the Tigers. And the give to Marsh, and he is met at that handoff spot, and he'll lose another 1.5 yards, 2 carries, and lost yardage for Marsh, and nothing of his doing. The defensive line activated for the Polar Bears and led by number 68 or a 66. Got a 68 and no 68 on my roster. So I apologize to those watching back in Hortonville. No 68 on the roster, but nice stop by that young man. So 2nd and 11 now from the Marshfield 30. And Fetting back to pass. Now steps up in the pocket, fires, and pass complete to Slade. No, now they're going to call incomplete. They say that one skipped in to the senior Simon Slade. And it'll bring up 3rd and 11. Francis O'Connor, heard his name called a couple times by our PA announcer here, and O'Connor, nice job in the defensive backfield yet again. So 3rd and 11 now, 9:36 to play before halftime. Tigers 2 split out wide to the near side, and under pressure and swarmed under and sacked on the play is Fetting. And as they unpile, big number 79, Aiden Halsey with the sack. So Halsey with the sack, and the punt team again will come on for the Tigers. So again, Seth Peterson will head on the field, his 3rd punt here today. Peterson will stand at his own 5-yard line and step into the punt and deliver, and delivers over the head of Payne, and then gets a favorable roll. What a punt there by Peterson. 60-yard punt for Seth Peterson will pin the Polar Bears back to their own 21-yard line, so now officially a punt of 59 yards, but what a job there by Peterson. And I should mention, really no wind. I mean, a little bit of a breeze now. I look at those flags, but kept it low and delivered a really nice punt. Now up to the Marshfield Tiger defense to get the offense a little bit of field position off of that punt. Dodd again in the shotgun and surrounded by running backs in the backfield. Now puts one in motion, coming up to the line, and handoff. And big hit there in the backfield and drop for a loss. That was tackle made by number 42, Jaden Wilhelm. So I believe that was Strange on the carry as Hughes remains on the sideline. He was injured on that last Hortonville drive. So a loss of 3 on the tackle by Wilhelm. So 2nd and 13. Again, it is Strange to the right of quarterback Sam Dodd, and Dodd back to pass. And comes wide here to Payne. Payne looking back, and pass is incomplete. Nice job on the coverage by number 8, Jagger Halverson. Also there was number 23, Matt Donovan, as they had TJ Payne bracketed. That'll bring up 3rd down for Hortonville. So Hortonville breaks the huddle. Again, they will send out 4 receivers, 2 to the top side, 2 to the bottom side. And Dodd will sprint out to his right and chase there, and the ball will be thrown uncatchable out of bounds. It was intended for number 14, Braden Gosser, and Gosser tripped on the route, Ball was probably not catchable anyway, but Gosser on the ground when the ball hit the ground, and pass incomplete. 4th down now. 3 and out forced by that Tiger defense. So we talked about it just a moment ago. Seth Peterson with the 59-yard punt. Tigers defense looking to give their offense good field position, have a chance now. They forced Hortonville back 3 yards. They lose 3 yards on the series. And now a low liner will be fielded by Slade at the 48. Drop there right at the 48. Nice job on special teams down on the punt coverage. That's number 80, Aiden Least. So Least with the big stop. But the Tigers now with their best field position here of the half. They will start inside Hortonville territory. And the ball will be marked at the 47-yard line. So 7:35 left to play here in the half. Marshfield with a big opportunity here as they will start in Hortonville territory. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop for all things hunting. You can get everything you need for hunting, from gear, supplies, clothing, game processing, even hunting licenses. Find the top brands at great prices. Fleet Farm has something for everyone. You won't believe what you'll find as Femmel hands to Marsh, and ball may have been out as Polar Bears came flying in when Marsh was on the ground, but Marsh comes up with the ball and no gain on the carry. I will make a trip down to Fleet Farm myself tomorrow, get my weekly supply of beef jerky, get Rachel's chocolate-covered peanuts. We seem to spend a lot of time in the snack aisle over at Fleet Farm. And we'll go down and get some warmer clothing for the upcoming rifle season. I'll go out and see if I can grab a deer or two. As Slade with the catch, sheds one tackle and rumbles inside the 30-yard line. Shed the tackle of Austin Guyette. Pass there by Trevor Femmel, and Tigers in business. They're down to the Hortonville 25-yard line. 6:51 to play before halftime. Slade split outside to the bottom of the screen. Femmel back to pass, goes the other side and finds Lemoyne. Lemoyne inside the 15 and dropped down at the 13-yard line as the Marshfield Tigers are in the Draxler Transport Red Zone. Draxler offers Ostia Health primary care at zero cost to the driver. Visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. So Marshfield inside, deep now inside of Polar territory. As Femmel now pitched to the outside, and Durham looks to turn the corner, cannot. And the tackle made there by number 5, Brady Morrock. I'm sorry, that was Trulin on the carry. A nice job there by the sophomore, Brady Morrock. Loss of 4 on the carry. It's now 2nd and 14, 6:10 left before half. And Logan watching online. Logan looking for a job. Come on down, Logan. We will fit you right in here. We'll take you, Logan. Come on down. As Slade on the wide receiver screen and bumped down at the 10-yard line. To be a gain of about 5 on the play. As he was brought down there in part by number 20, Preston Manino. So just outside the 10, they'll mark it at the 11. It's 3rd and 8. Marshfield can get a first down. Line to gain there is the 3-yard line. 3rd and 8 now from the 11, under 5.5 to play before halftime. Femmel remains in at quarterback in the pistol, Marsh behind him. Motion man is Trulin, and back to pass is Femmel. And Femmel on the middle screen, ball tipped in the air dangerously and then falls harmlessly to the ground as the middle screen set up there for Marsh. A dangerous pass there on the deflection, and now Marshfield will send out the special teams unit. Look to get some points on the board here before halftime. And this will be Seth Peterson out for the field goal attempt. Ball will be put down at the 17. That'll make it a 28-yard field goal for Peterson. And Peterson had to get it off quickly and does, and through the uprights and good. And Marshfield scores first here tonight on the 28-yard field goal for Seth Peterson, and it is 3-0 Marshfield. So 5:10 to play before halftime, and Marshfield, after the long 59-yard punt from Peterson, Marshfield defense not only holds and induces the 3-and-out, they actually push the Polar Bears back 3 yards. So the Peterson 59-yard punt, the defensive effort on the series, -3 yards, and Marshfield set up at the 47-yard line and drives that ball down to the 11, gets in the red zone, gets points, and all made possible by that Seth Peterson punt from 2 series ago. I told everybody at home to mark that one down, and there was reason for it. I'm not just joking around here, Jada. That's right. So Marshfield special teams to defense to offense. They manufacture 3 points. And now 5:10 to play before half. They will kick away back to Hortonville. Peterson on the kick, and Payne's going to watch that one go over his head into the end zone. And Seth Peterson having himself a game, putting boot to ball here, especially over the last 10 minutes or so. Really stepping up is the senior. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Marshfield, 31 seniors on this year's team, as it looks for its first win here in 2020. Hortonville fields a almost identical size roster. They may be off by about 2, and they have 12 seniors on the team, so quite a disparity, or just a difference there. But the Marshfield seniors leading the way to 3 points here in the first half, and coming through. Nice job there defensively. That is number 40. That's Seth Peterson again. You got to be kidding me. Peterson pouring it on from all angles here. Ball carrier tackled for a loss of 3 there by Peterson. So Hortonville again pushed back. It's 2nd and 13 from their own 17-yard line. Under 4.5 to play here before halftime. Screen set up there and blasted. Another good play defensively here for the Tigers, as the defense has really ratcheted up. That's Jaden Wilhelm, as the pass actually completed on the screen, but Wilhelm dropped him right away. Another loss on the play. Now 3rd and 15. 2 fantastic series here in the later stages of the first half for the Tigers. See if they finish it out here. It's 3rd and 15 for Hortonville. The Tigers defense really stepped into the light here tonight. And whistles, and the back judge will throw a flag, and it's going to be a delay of game on Hortonville. That'll push them back another 5 yards. Hortonville offense impressive in that first series. They have sputtered since then. And it looks like they will keep the same play they called in the huddle and hustle to the line of scrimmage this time. So now 3rd and 20. Dodd back to pass, 3-step drop, looks, forced out and sacked. Dodd is sacked, and again, that is number 42, Jaden Wilhelm, with the sack. He drops Dodd inside the 2-yard line. And the Marshfield offense, again, should be set up nicely, as the Hortonville punt team will come back on the field. Standing right on the back of the end line is number 10, Chase Hughes, and Hughes' punt goes straight up in the air. Flag comes out, though, and they may call that on Marshfield. Oh boy. We'll see here as that flag come out. The nearest Marshfield player to it was Cameron Denis. We'll see what the call is. As of now, the ball is spotted at the Hortonville 22-yard line, which is 2 yards forward of the original line of scrimmage on that last Hortonville series. We'll see what the call is here, and it is running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker is the call.
And so the punt team will come back out for Hortonville, I would think. See what they do here. It looks like they're only going to mark it off the 5 yards, though. So they're going to mark it off 5 yards. So another punt for Hortonville and Chase Hughes. Or Marshfield. Slade waits at the 35. The snap goes over the punter's head, and that is a safety for the Tigers. So again, the Marshfield defense has ratcheted up the pressure here in the second quarter. And now on the miss snap from Hortonville, ball sails out of the end zone, over the head, way over the head of the punter Chase Hughes, and it is 5-0 Marshfield. Yeah, so 5-0 Marshfield. I mentioned before on that last series of plays, beginning with the Peterson 59-yard punt, that the Marshfield special teams defense and offense had manufactured 3 points. That's a bit of a baseball term. Now 5-0 here. Very unusual football score, more akin to a baseball score. On the safety, it'll be Hortonville kicking away to Marshfield with 2:42 left to play here in the half. 14-6 over in Amherst. Falcons lead the Spencer Columbus Rockets. Rockets, though, with the ball into Amherst territory. And it looks like a long run from Eden Jacobson will put Spencer Columbus deep inside of Amherst territory. 3 minutes left to play in the half. So this will be Drew Klein, the junior, out to kick for Hortonville. Again, 2:42 to play here before halftime. Marshfield offense should have something favorable to work with, as this one is handled at the 30-yard line. And coming all the way across the field with the ball is number 12, Parker Week. Week in up to the 50 and then bangs into the back of his own player. I believe he ran into Lemoyne there. I'm sorry, that he ran into 11, Ryan Colbeck, and lost the ball off the back of Colbeck, but fortunately for the Tigers, lost it out of bounds. And Marshfield will start at midfield. Looks like they'll spot it at the Marshfield 49-yard line. So the Tigers, 2 timeouts and 2:33 to work with before halftime, already up 5-0. Marshfield looking for its first halftime lead. A touchdown here would certainly secure that, maybe more, as Fetting back to pass, has Slade over the middle, and he's dropped at the 31-yard line. A pass play of 21 yards from Fetting to Slade, and the Tiger offense indeed is in business. The Tigers moving with the purpose, not necessarily moving fast, but moving with the purpose, as one man in motion. The give comes up the middle and running into the left side of the Hortonville offense, and that is Logan Durham on the carry. Durham will gain about 4 yards on the play, but as the ball is spotted at the Hortonville 27-yard line, under 2 minutes to play here before the half. Fetting stays in at quarterback for Marshfield. Lemoyne will be split out wide to the top side. And at the bottom of the screen is number 13, Peter Earl. So 2 receivers split out, one to the right of Fetting, one to the left. And Fetting will give to Marsh. Marsh again up the middle. Tough run for Marsh, and nothing there. Actually going to lose a yard on the carry. Another nice job by the Hortonville defense, and led there by number 31, Layden Springstrow. Again, Marshfield, 2 timeouts at their disposal. 1:10 and counting here to play before halftime. Promised you an Indiana update. It is the 4th quarter. Marion leads Delta 28-14. That is level 3 playoffs down in East Central Indiana. So Fetting with running backs on either side of him. Marsh to his left, Fetting back to pass. Blitz comes, throw over the middle, leaping catch, and Lemoyne not able to bring it in. Nice job there. Wyatt Lemoyne springs in his legs, but not able to bring it in. So decision here for Marshfield head coach Denny Gadel. He's going to keep his offense on the field. 45-yard field goal from there. Peterson has done a lot today. I certainly wouldn't put it past the young man to rip one from 45 yards out the way he's played today, but it'll be Will Fetting back in the huddle. Offense on the field for the Tigers as they play from the Hortonville 28-yard line. 4th down, 4th and 7 for Marshfield. 42 seconds when Fetting takes the snap. Fetting back to pass, now up in the pocket, and will be swarmed under there and brought down. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Tigers. So Hortonville defense this time up to the challenge. So 33 seconds, and the Polar Bears will take over from there. They do have all 3 timeouts. Offense, though, has been sluggish for the Polar Bears since that first possession. See what Coach Ben Stumpf has in mind for his offense here. He's having a long talk right now with quarterback Sam Dodd on the far side of the field. Dodd runs in with the play. Play clock starts now. Dodd 2x2 receivers and looks quickly to his left, back to his right, and throw down the field to Least, and pass is incomplete. Least came up with the ball and, well, hold on. Nope, they're going to say the pass was complete. Least leapt up right away with the ball in hand. And as I look at the replay here made available to me, that is a very nice catch there by number 80, Aiden Least. And timeout goes to Hortonville. We'll keep it here with 26 seconds left, but what a pass there from Dodd. What a catch from the junior, Aiden Least. Least a rolling catch. And the ball now placed at the 29-yard line of Marshfield as the Polar Bears look to score here in the first half. Mentioned Marshfield hadn't taken a halftime lead yet this year. I'd have to look through all the stats and be reminded if Marshfield has led at any point this season. I know they lost to Wisconsin Rapids 14-13. I called that game. I don't recall Marshfield being in the lead there, and I know they weren't in the lead last week, so it would appear as though this 5-0 lead, first time Marshfield has led in any game this season. All right, I just got corrected. 8-7. I wasn't here for that game last week, so they did lead 8-7 over Chippewa last week, but certainly looking for their first halftime lead. Polar Bears, though, are 29 yards away from uprooting that storyline. As Dodd again back to pass. Pressure comes, and he is sacked. Dodd sacked there by number 33, Ethan Daggett. Daggett with the sack, and Hortonville another timeout. Yes, it is. Okay, timeout there. Had to make sure of that one. The offense was all the way on this side of the field. Coaches were on the field, but on the other side. Tough to discern if there was a timeout, but indeed there was. Give us time to tell you about our friends at Stratford Homes. Take the first step in building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home from Stratford Homes. With a 110,000 square foot indoor construction facility and model home village located in the heart of central Wisconsin, Stratford Homes has been an industry leader in the systems-built home market since 1973. Visit StratfordHomes.com today to get started. Again, mentioned 5 games across the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. Highlights of games are always found on Facebook first at Zaleski Sports. Just find your favorite Zaleski Sports channel and get to relive best of the action, all brought to you by Midstate Technical College and Fleet Farm. Grassland Dairy, too, for that matter. Had a great time over in Greenwood last night. Congratulations to the Greenwood Indians. They pick up their 5th win, their 5th consecutive win of the season, as they are hot coming into the playoffs. And highlights at Facebook on Zaleski Sports Neilsville of that contest last night. Last night for the seniors at Olson Field. Greenwood will play somewhere next week in the playoffs. As Dodd back to pass, dials one up to the end zone, and that ball being tracked and intercepted. That ball intercepted by the Tigers, and right? Okay. Matt Donovan with the interception. It was a lot of cheering going on, and then everything just went dead silent there for a minute. I thought maybe I had missed something, but perhaps what I'd missed is not very many people here. You can only cheer so long with dozens in attendance. So Marshfield with the interception should secure themselves the halftime lead. Don't imagine Coach Gadel will have called anything much here, and perhaps nothing at all, although he does have receivers split out here. 10 seconds left, and Polar Bears with just the one timeout. An option for Marshfield is to down it, but they will not. It is Trevor Femmel in at quarterback, Trulin the motion man, and the give comes across here to Durham, and Durham will run the last play of the half. Well, no, he won't. Marshfield will take a timeout. Coach Gadel rolling the dice here today. And I guess why not? You're 0-4. Hey, you've had trouble scoring this year. Now let the kids have some fun, run an extra play here. So why not? 3 seconds left. Although there is a penalty flag on the field. Where did that come from? Flag now lays at the 44-yard line. Jada, you see that flag when it came out? I did not. Yeah, well, it's right on the, yeah, well, Jada, that could be other reasons why you don't see it. It's, but our white hat is all the way across the field talking to the Hortonville huddle. Marshfield had already called a timeout, but there is some talk now. The side judge talking to Coach Gadel on this side. Coach Gadel hands out exasperated fashion, now being pushed back. Again, our white hat was all the way on the other side talking to the Hortonville coaching staff and players in its huddle. Well, let's see what our call is here. There is a penalty on the field. So they're going to call unsportsmanlike on Hortonville. And now the ball will be pushed, marked across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Right there. And they will still have to charge Marshfield with the timeout, though. So Marshfield uses its last timeout. Yeah. All right, Paul, you think that's true? Last timeout for Marshfield there? They do, okay. Well, may not matter, just 3 seconds left anyway. So with 3 seconds, Femmel back to pass, and Femmel tosses one to the away side, and that's TJ Payne with the interception. Payne with a couple blockers coming here to the near side, and Payne and Femmel will have to chase him down, and does. Trevor Femmel solves TJ Payne and keeps a 0 on the scoreboard. Otherwise, if Femmel not able to make that tackle, TJ Payne is going to have a pick 6 coming into halftime, but as it is, Trevor Femmel tackles Payne at the 20. Interception return of about 35 yards or so, and now they're whistling. They're telling the teams to stay on the field as a flag lays this time, and we'll show it to you. Flag lays all the way back here at the 44-yard line of Hortonville with zeros on the clock. Defensive penalty would keep the Marshfield offense on the field for one last play. Any penalty after the interception, and we will go to halftime. So the call will come in here. It's a personal foul on Hortonville. It is the end of the first half as that foul occurred after the interception was made, and that will end our first half here today as our first half score is Marshfield 5 and Hortonville nothing. Second half football from Marshfield coming up next.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Customers' lives are busy, so when it comes to finding time to bring your mower or snowblower in for a seasonal tune-up, just don't. PowerPack has you covered with our mobile service trailer. Here's how it works. We'll bring the shop to you and perform a tune-up right in your driveway. Just leave your equipment out and we'll do the rest. You don't even have to be home. And the best part, it doesn't cost you any more. PowerPack mobile service costs the same as a tune-up in our shop. Still looking for a downside? We are too. Visit powerpackequipment.com/mobile service for more information.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been... All right, 3 minutes left here before start of the second half from Marshfield. It is Marshfield 5, Hortonville nothing. It was a Seth Peterson 28-yard field goal to start our scoring in the second quarter, and then on the next Hortonville offensive series, it was a 3-and-out and a punt lined up near the end zone, and the snap goes over the punter's head. That was number 10, Chase Hughes, and safety was the result, and that's our score here at halftime. It is 5-0 Marshfield. Take a spin around other scores on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. It is 7-0 Fall Creek and Neilsville over in Fall Creek. That game already in the fourth quarter. 9:40 left to play in the fourth, over from Fall Creek. Looking for a Assumption Iola Scandinavia. At last check, back in the first quarter, it was 20-0 T-Birds over the Royals. That's Iola Scandinavia. 21-0 over Assumption. It is halftime over in Amherst, and 14-14 is the score as Amherst hosts Spencer Columbus. And I'd received a number of emails and phone calls from Spencer Columbus faithful asking what could I do to help out their situation over there. As we see the screen, visiting side bleachers empty. There are no visiting fans allowed, and what can I do? Absolutely nothing. But make sure that everybody that wants to watch that game can see that game, and they see a 14-14 halftime score over there. It was Amherst up early in that game. Spencer Columbus comes back in the second quarter, and they are about to be underway in the second half, again tied at 14 all. Get a Assumption score for you here. It is 37-0 over at halftime over in Iola Scandinavia as the T-Birds lead the Assumption Royals 37-0. Assumption had started the year at a 4-0 mark and look now to what looks like they will drop 2 in a row. They lost at home to Pacelli last week, and now will, looks like, not be able to overcome a big deficit in the second half. They are down 37-0. And again, all those games live at ZaleskiSports.com. Indiana football is now complete. 37-21, the Marion Giants over the Delta Eagles. And the Marion Giants now 1 game away from the state championship. They'll play that game a week from tonight. And good luck to all those teams. Again, football here in Wisconsin, the only fall sport without a state champion this year. The last regular season game here tonight, and then it is 2 weeks of postseason play. I really don't even like to call it playoffs. It's 2 weeks of postseason play. You'll play. Should you win your first week, you'll play in a second game, and then that's it. Everybody will get a congratulations and a pat on the back and tell you we're glad you made it through the season. And then on to winter sports and getting our winter sports calendars figured out here at Zaleski Sports. And Jada, the first time she'll hear this number, over 180 winter sports broadcasts. And I'm not even counting the Indiana games yet, so I guess if you throw those in, over 200. But, 180 right here in central Wisconsin. Of course, Zaleski Sports is the official broadcast partner of Marshfield Senior High Athletics. What that means is you will get every home girls and boys basketball game, every home hockey game, every home swim meet, and we're still every home wrestling duel, and we're still trying to iron out gymnastics. So there's a large portion of that 180 there, and you'll see them all live at Zaleski Sports. Again, Zaleski Sports is the official broadcast partner of Marshfield Senior High School. All right, 5-0, and third quarter about to be underway here tonight. It'll be Hortonville kicking off, and Drew Klein to do the kicking duties. 2 back to receive for Marshfield, Simon Slade and number 12, Parker Week. And the short kick, and fought for at the 40-yard line. And Hortonville believes they may have it. We'll see as they unpile here. And it is Hortonville football. They start with the bang here. Brady Maroc comes up with the ball. And Hortonville in business offensively right away here in the second half. Hortonville, again, has looked for a spark ever since that first drive back in in half number one, they came out like a ball of fire in that first drive. And offense was off track ever since that first drive. So, get a freebie here. Dodd now the handoff to number 28, Strange, and Strange will be met at the line of scrimmage. He might have scratched out a foot, and that's it. It'll be second down. Oh, they'll give him a yard now, so second down upcoming. Well, no, the down marker moves back, so no gain on the play. Watching that down marker on the other side, but that brightly lit red number 2 kept wavering back and forth over there. Pass now to the outside. That is Hughes. And Hughes on the swing pass will gain about 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Polar Bears. It is actually 44-0. Iowa Scandinavia over Assumption. So a running clock will be the case over in Scandinavia tonight. As I'd mentioned, it's Fall Creek 7, Neilsville nothing. They play deep into the fourth quarter already over in Fall Creek. Dodd takes the snap, pitches to Hughes. Hughes around the left side, cuts back in. Actually, that's Strange. Strange up the middle to the 10-5. Touchdown, Polar Bears. 32-yard touchdown run for the junior Hunter Strange. And the Polar Bears strike here in the third quarter. They score first in the second half. They take a 6-5 lead. Now the two-point team will come out for Hortonville. Again, it's Strange now lining up on the left side of Dodd. 3 receivers split to the right of Dodd. And Dodd now will throw the fade here, and the back shoulder fade is connected with to TJ Payne, and it is an 8-0 lead Hortonville. Marshfield will again line up for a kickoff when we come back to Marshfield right after this.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
Back here to Marshfield, Michelle checking in online, saying hi to Coach Jay. All right. Hi, Michelle. So 2-play drive after the kickoff recovered coming out of the halftime by Hortonville. And now Hortonville will kick again. And this time Klein will send a low liner picked up by Slade at the 13-yard line. And he runs it out of bounds up along the Marshfield side right at the 31-yard line. As Slade tiptoed up the sideline, a pretty nice return there, all things considered, on that low lining kick from Drew Klein. And now Marshfield will line up offensively for the first time here in the second half, as they trail here for the first time today. Again, the opening kick of the second half, kicked by Hortonville, recovered by Hortonville. 2 plays later, a touchdown, big 32-yard run for Hunter Strange. Now the run here for Marshfield, that is number 21, Matt Trulin with the carry. And the junior brings it up to the 34, maybe, yeah, the 34-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play. And Amherst scores quickly in the second half. They lead Spencer Columbus 21-14, 9:40 left to play in the third, 9:56 and counting in the third quarter here in Marshfield. Two receivers split to the bottom of the screen, and penalty flags fly. It looks like one of those receivers was improperly lined up. We'll see on the call as the pass is complete from Fetting to Lemoyne. It appears as though that will come back, and it is, as the Tigers are actually going to call a false start from the far side of the field. It looked like on this side, Tigers did not have 7 on the line of scrimmage. Either way, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's now 2nd and long for Marshfield. Fetting runs out the play from Coach Dennis Gadel. Coach Gadel, I believe, admittedly would say not having his most enjoyable time out here in 2020 for a myriad of reasons. Would like to get his Tigers in the win column here this year. They are 0-4 coming into this one. They trail now by 3 in the third quarter as Fetting loads up to the far side and wide of the mark as he threw to the 40-yard line. That pass intended for Slade and incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 12 now for Marshfield. So 3rd and 12 from the 29 as the Tigers break the huddle. Again, this is senior Will Fetting at quarterback. He stands in the shotgun. 2 receivers split to his right to the bottom of your screen. And Fetting, 5-step drop, now rolls out to his right and flings it down the field. Pass incomplete as the receiver was hit on the sideline there. That was number 13, Peter Earl. Nice job in pass coverage by number 5, Brady Marak. As Marak was right on the sideline to make sure that pass was broken up. And 4th down, and the punt team again appears for the Tigers. And Seth Peterson, a lot of work here today. He does have a 59-yard punt to his credit, a field goal, 28-yard field goal, and also a sack in today's game defensively. So Peterson really doing it all, and now kicks this one high and will land near the 50 and roll towards the Marshfield sideline and back now towards Marshfield territory, and it'll finally be down at the 47-yard line. 8:57 left to play. Hortonville with the ball in the lead. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information. As we come back to Marshfield, the swing pass to Hughes, and Hughes turns upfield and will be brought down in Marshfield territory at the Tigers' 46-yard line. So again, it was a 2-play series last time out for Hortonville. 32-yard touchdown for the junior Hunter Strange. 2-point conversion was good. 8-5 Hortonville. Dodd now in the pistol. Leg up, puts one in motion, and now hands off to the running back, Hunter Strange. And Strange on the carry will be dropped for no gain on the play, so 3rd and down upcoming for the Polar Bears. Awards and More is your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Vote for the Awards and More Athlete of the Month at ZaleskiSports.com and visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. That voting is underway right now, by the way, so get out there and vote for our Athlete of the Month. This one thrown deep to Payne and brought in. Actually, that may have been Hughes. Or how about the third try on it, Aiden Least, and Least with a 47-yard touchdown grab.
Pass was complete to Least
As
for the touchdown.
Least beat Donovan on the coverage, and 47 yards later, it is 14-5 Hortonville. Two touchdowns on two drives in the quarter for the Polar Bears, and now quickly up 14-5. They trailed 5-0 at halftime. Drew Klein on for the extra point, and the extra point, the snap went behind the holder, and will be no good. 7:32 left in the third. It is Hortonville 14, Marshfield 5.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
All right, back here to Marshfield. Score updated over in Fall Creek. Looks like we had one of the factors on the scoreboard wrong. Third quarter over there, nearly the fourth quarter, and it is Fall Creek 13, Neilsville nothing. As Fall Creek just scored during our commercial break here, on for the extra point. So 13-0, Neilsville trails. Neilsville with one win on the season, a comeback win over in Osseo a couple weeks ago. Fun game to watch, that one was. Highlights are still out there. You can watch the highlights and games. This one is finally picked up by Week, and Week now is going to reverse field. Flag comes in. That's going to be a block in the back. And Marshfield will be backed up deep as Week and the Tigers finally picked up the ball. And by the time that was picked up, Hortonville kickoff team fast approaching, and Week had nothing to do but try to stretch it out, and on the action it was a block in the back. There may have been two of them. So Marshfield will start deep on its own end as the call comes in there. But a quick reminder, highlights, if you've ever wanted to watch them and thought, boy, might have missed it. No, you can go back, you can watch highlights from years ago if you want to. Same thing with live sports. Just go out to YouTube, type in the name of the two teams that were playing in the game that you want to watch, and you go back and watch those games anytime you want. Always free, always on demand, always at Zaleski Sports. So 7:21 left here in the third. Played just short of 5 minutes. 2 touchdowns in the quarter for Hortonville. As Marshfield sends its offense on the field, it'll be number 7, Trevor Femmel, in now at quarterback for Marshfield, as he and Fetting have shared time for the last 3 weeks. And Fetting now will swing it out and pass incomplete anyway, intended there for Trulin. Marshfield offense still earning out some kinks there as they try to work on some misdirection, some motion, try to confuse the defense. But offensively for the Tigers, still trying to get everybody in the everybody walking the same beat. Not quite there yet. So Femmel again in the shotgun. And back to pass Femmel. He's got Lemoyne out here to the outside. Brings it in at the 11-yard line. Up ahead with it to the 16. Nice job there. It's a pass completion of 10 yards. And will be a first down for the Tigers. The Tigers able to climb out of the hole. Again, on that kickoff, there was a block in the back. They were going to start deep in their own territory. Now a little bit of breathing room with 7 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Over in Amherst, 2:50 left to play in the third. Still 21 14 Amherst over Spencer Columbus. Femmel now back to pass, pumps once, tucks, runs, and will run up to the 24-yard line. It'll be, I'm sorry, the 19-yard line, again a 3 on the play.
Femmel with the carry gains a few. Moore makes the stop. 2nd and 7.
So from the 19, 6:08 left to play here in the third. It's Marshfield ball as the Tigers trail by 9. They've seen 14 points put on the board in under 5 minutes for Hortonville here to start action in the second half. Trulin in motion. Femmel calls for it, drops back to pass, and passes high, just over the outstretched arms of Simon Slade. Had Slade open, coming across the middle on the far hash, and just overthrew him. So again, the Marshfield offense just hasn't quite found its groove yet here this season. And that play right there kind of puts it all into perspective, as they're still missing by inches all the way around, and it's a timeout on the field. It's timeout Hortonville, 5:48 left in the third. They lead 14-5.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today.
With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com. Back here to Marshfield, still in timeout here. The length of timeouts in the first half were breakneck speed. We are in an apparent extended timeout here in the third quarter, as Hortonville called the timeout. 5:48 left to play here in the third, looking to get a stop here on third down. So Coach Stumpf calls the timeout and looking to get his offense back on the field. Tigers have Slade split out wide to the top of your screen, and it'll be a false start on Marshfield coming out of the timeout. Ryan Lindemann there got a little bit excited. He really was looking forward to that play and got out of his stance too early. So backed up 5 yards. It's now 3rd and 12. So you had a 3rd and 7. You had a play called for that, one you probably liked, especially in the timeout. Now you got to dial one up here for 3rd and 12, and you're deep in your own territory, so you're not going to really do anything. Well, you wouldn't think anything too risky, as Femmel drops back to pass, looking, and now finally throws, and incomplete along the Marshfield sideline. And 4th down upcoming. That'll be another appearance for punter Seth Peterson, as a flag is on the field. And another flag here. This one lays on the 9-yard line. And you would think holding on Marshfield, but they're yeah, it is. A lot of talk about that penalty, and it's declined. You accept that penalty, you put Marshfield back on the, well, I guess the 4 or 5 yard line, and it's 3rd down again. Otherwise, now still 4th and long. So you decline that one every day of the week and twice on Friday. So Peterson will come out and punt. It's TJ Payne waits at the 50-yard line for the Polar Bears. Peterson will kick from his own 4, and fair catch signaled for by Payne, and stumbling backwards, able to bring it in. The Polar Bears will start in Marshfield territory, this time on the 47-yard line. So another favorable starting field position in the game for Hortonville. Hear from Alan Johnson State Farm a little bit later in today's game with our Alan Johnson State Farm player of the game. A couple contestants for that right now, but a lot of game left to be played. 5:35 still to play here in the third quarter. So Dodd calls for it. Marshfield sends pressure. Pass quickly out to Payne, and he brings that in at the 41-yard line. A gain of 6 on first down, so 2nd and 4 now upcoming for the Polar Bears, as Dodd has connected with Payne many times here this season. Talked about that in our Forward Bank pregame show. And the 4th catch here today for TJ Payne. So Dodd now in the pistol. Quickly they go, and Strange up the middle. Strange brought down by a few Tigers, including number 91, Kevin Baronic. And Strange with a gain of about 3. 3rd and 1 now upcoming for Hortonville. So 3rd and 1, Dodd comes out in the huddle, calls the play. Marshfield defense looking for a stop here. Keep this one manageable. Keep the deficit at 9. Dodd drops back to pass on 3rd and 1. Throws long. He's got a man open and just overthrows Chase Hughes. Through the arms of Hughes. May have overthrown him by a half a step, but had Hughes where he wanted him, and now on the 4th down play, likely to come back to the running game, and been a roll of the dice there. Strategy for Coach Ben Stumpf, as knew he probably was, knew he had a run play for 1 yard, and so on 3rd and 1, let's toss one to the end zone, see if we can get it. Doesn't. Now we'll likely come back to that run play and look to move the chains here on 4th and 1 from the Marshfield 38-yard line. And there is the run play, there is the 1 yard, and there is the first down. And Strange picks it up. And they give him a gain of 2. He got just enough. And so that strategy for Coach Ben Stumpf revealed on 3rd and 1. You fire one to the end zone knowing you can get 1 yard on 4th down, and Coach Stumpf's guys in the field prove him right. Get the yard, get the 2 yards on 4th down. Now 1st and 10 from the Marshfield 37-yard line. .346 and flags fly. It looked like Payne left early from his wide receiver spot, and it'll be 1st and 15 now. 4th and goal over in Amherst. Spencer Columbus looking to perhaps tie things up. They trail by 7, 21-14. Timeout on the field there. Again, watch that game live at ZaleskiSports.com. It looks like a good one brewing over there in Amherst. Good one here in Marshfield, as Hughes the motion man, and the give goes to Strange, and he's hit in the backfield. Tackle made there by Jaden Wilhelm, and a loss on the play as Wilhelm drops Strange for a loss of 2. 2nd and 17 now for Hortonville. Marshfield defense has rose to the occasion here today. And Tigers offense not quite up to full speed yet. Defense doing everything they can to keep their Tigers in this one. Hortonville's score here on this series would make things very difficult. So 2nd and 17. Dodd again, long throw intended for Hughes, and overthrew Hughes that time by a couple steps as the ball actually lands out of bounds, so not catchable over there in coverage for Marshfield is Matt Donovan. So 3rd and 17. Dodd will likely need to uncork another long one here. Last offensive series for the Polar Bears, it was a 47-yard touchdown throw from Dodd to Aiden Least. So Dodd, as the receivers go 2-by-2 under pressure right away and picked off. That pass is intercepted. And to the 30, to the 20, cuts back inside, and it'll be a pick six. That is a Marshfield touchdown on the pick six. What a job there by the Marshfield defense as they come through yet again. As that interception hauled in by Zach Glamon. And Glamon with the touchdown on the pick six, and the Marshfield defense up to the task again. What a job there by the junior, Zach Glamon. Again, I mentioned that Allen Johnson State Farm Player of the Game to be determined. Put Glamon in the running for that right now. Probably about 6 guys in the running for it right now. A tight game. 14-11 extra point pending here for the Tigers. And this again, Peterson on for the extra point. The snap, the hold is down, the kick is away, and it is good. And Marshfield trims the deficit to 2. They trail 14-12, 2:31 left to play in the third.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm the director at Little Sprouts. Little Sprouts has been a real great community. It's very family friendly. It feels like a big family to me, and being the new director here, I felt very welcomed into the family. I like the smaller family. Everybody knows everybody, and you all get to know everybody in the center, and we do family activities and much of a family atmosphere.
The Hortonville offense had made plays all third quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns in the third, including one on the opening kickoff that was kicked by Hortonville, recovered by Hortonville, a 32-yard touchdown run for Hunter Strange, and then a 47-yard pass play hauled in by number 80, Aiden Least, and Marshfield defense had to stand strong there in the quarter, looking to get the ball back for their offense, but no need as the interception made by Zach Glamon. He runs it back 55 yards for the touchdown. 45 yards for the touchdown. And Glamon pulls the Tigers to within 2. Still a buzz around Hiding Community Field after that one. And those in attendance on the Marshfield side really liked what they saw there. Just a great play. As Hortonville looking to set up the screen, it never really materialized, and Glamon just got in the way of the whole thing. Now Hughes remains on his feet, stumbles forward to the 35-yard line. So Chase Hughes, senior, one of the 12 seniors for the Polar Bears. He was dinged up early in the second quarter, back on the field here in the second half. So Hortonville will start its 4th drive of the quarter, this time from their own 35-yard line. 2:25 left to play in the third. Dodd will pitch outside to Strange, and Strange cuts it back up the middle and will be dumped there. A gain of about 1 for Hunter Strange. Glamon and Wilhelm team up for the tackle. 21-0 now, Fall Creek over Neelsville. Spencer Columbus has taken the lead over in Amherst, 2-point conversion after the touchdown. They now lead 22-21. Rockets over Falcons, 9:49 left in the game. Dodd on the play action, and he's brought down, the sack by Seth Peterson. Again, Peterson has been having some kind of game here today, as Peterson with the sack, and it is 3rd and long for Hortonville. The Marshfield defense doing everything here today. Everything they can, anyway. And the Hortonville has owned the third quarter, but momentum swinging back to Marshfield. Now 3rd and about 18, and Dodd back to pass and throws another deep one here down the far side, and diving attempt not able to haul it in, as that may have been Least on the other side, and it was, and Least not able to bring it in, and that'll be 4th down, and the punt team now for Hortonville. So after the Zach Glamon pick 6, the Marshfield defense comes right back on the field. They force a 3 and out. It'll be Simon Slade to return this one. He stands at his own 38-yard line. As one on late is Riken Colbeck. My apologies all the way around there. Hughes, and Hughes kind of had to double clutch that one a little bit. Slade fair catches it at the 41-yard line, so favorable position here for Marshfield. We'll keep it right here with 51 seconds left to play here before the end of the quarter. Again, say thanks to our game day sponsors, Forward Bank, Sherrill Tire, Fleet Farm, Draxler Transport, Awards and More, Stratford Homes, Allen Johnson State Farm, and Nasonville Dairy. We'll hear more from Allen Johnson State Farm and Nasonville Dairy later on in today's game. And Fetting now rolls out, continues to sprint out to the right, and now finally does deliver. Slade, and he may have been out of bounds coming back in, but looks like they're going to say he made the catch, and Slade hops back up and maybe tries to run off a sprained ankle there, or a little tweak in the ankle. He's not feeling extremely comfortable right now, but he does bring the pass in. It's a gain of about 14 on 1st down. So after the completion to Slade, now they go screen to Lemoyne. Lemoyne sprints to the outside. He's across the 40-yard line and will be marked down at the Hortonville 38. And when they start the clock here, it'll be up to Marshfield to run another play here in the 3rd quarter, or they can let the final 18 seconds expire after our white hat puts us back in. And he has not, and apparently he will not. So I don't believe it should have happened the way it did. But anyway, Durham will around the outside. Durham will get to the edge and then lean forward for about 2 yards. And now the final seconds will expire here in the 3rd quarter. An entertaining 3rd quarter at that. And as we finish 3 quarters of play, it is Hortonville 14, Marshfield 12.
Experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Your choice to learn with small in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can get your liberal arts degree and transfer as a junior to all UW colleges or in-demand employable skills. Start now to experience choice risk-free at Mid-State Technical College. Find out what risk-free means at mstc.edu.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Hi, back here to Marshfield. Another quick spin around, and it is beginning to turn into a scoring fest over in Amherst. The Falcons come right back down and score. 5:57 left to play in the game. 27-22, Amherst over Spencer Columbus. Falcons will go for two, see if they can put themselves up by an even 7. Iola Scandinavia continues to pour it on. They lead Assumption 44-6. And Fall Creek last check was up. I thought I said 20-0. Give you that one in just a second. Start of the fourth quarter here in Marshfield, and the Tigers on 3rd and 2. It's Fetting back to pass. Now Fetting rolls out to his right, still looking, and will throw short. And a flag flies all the way over here on the Marshfield sideline. There is no player on the field near where that flag came, and instead it's our side judge staring down the Marshfield bench. It looks like we're going to have a sideline warning on this side. I don't believe it'll be an actual enforceable penalty, but rather a sideline warning here on the Marshfield side. The pass is incomplete. It'd be 4th down either way. But the side judge staring down a couple of the Marshfield guys on the sideline after that penalty flag flew. It lays now on the 31-yard line. Now they're actually going to call an illegal receiver downfield on Marshfield. Not sure why the side judge was staring down the Marshfield bench after that, but so the pass was incomplete. They could have left it at 4th and 2. Instead, they'll back Marshfield up 5 yards. And a loss of down? And a loss of down. Okay, well then that makes sense. So illegal receiver downfield is a 5-yard penalty and loss of down. So the down remains 4th. And instead of 4th and 2, it's now 4th and 7. And one of those areas of the field here where if you're Hortonville, you're watching for Marshfield to try something a little bit sneaky. Not sure that the distance favors it so much. 4th and 7. On 4th and 2, perhaps, maybe not so much on 4th and 7, and it will be a Peterson punt. And that punt is going to be downed at, well, hold on here. Yeah. That ball is going to be downed at the 1-yard line. That ran down there by Parker Week. Week had to tiptoe on the end line. And I thought for a moment there they were going to call that a touchback, but they say Week was able to keep his toes out of the end zone. And so now the Polar Bears will start deep. They're going to mark this one right at the 2.5. So tough spot here for Hortonville against a very revved up, energized Marshfield defense. And again, the pinball style scoring in Amherst continues. Spencer Columbus answers back. They now trail by 1, 29-28, extra point pending. As Dodd back to pass, and Dodd has Payne, and Payne leaping catch and will make the catch. Nice job there by TJ Payne. Again, told you about TJ in today's pregame show. I was serious when I told you that. Jagger Halverson in on the coverage, but Payne is a good receiver, Dodd a good quarterback, and that has shown itself to be true again here today. Dodd throws a very nice deep ball, very catchable. Very catchable ball. He's been off a few times. He's been tall on some of his throws. That's the only negative grade against Dodd here today. Otherwise, he has really thrown a number of nice balls here today. And the handoff goes up the middle and met right away. He'll be dropped for a loss of 2. And again, that is Wilhelm on the stop. And Wilhelm perhaps helped there by Brendan Braund. So 2nd and 12 now for Hortonville. But they do climb out of the hole backed up against their own goalpost on the pass play to Payne. 2nd and 12, Dodd, quick throw now out to Hughes, and through the hands of Hughes, they say that's a forward pass incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 12. And I mentioned before, Dodd a little tall on some of his throws. That was another one there on the quick flare pass outside to Hughes. Threw that one over the top of Hughes' fingertips. So Spencer Columbus has taken the lead. They now lead 30-29. 5:39 left in the half. Spencer Columbus has had comebacks before. They fell behind 21-0 to Manawa in the first quarter early in the season. Dodd hit on the throw, able to complete it to Least as he was hit on the release by Baranek. But able to get the ball over to Least, and Least now up near midfield. Ball will actually be spotted at the 44-yard line. It's a first down for Hortonville. 10:20 left to play in the game. Dodd and the Polar Bears break the huddle. Strange to his right in the backfield. Receivers again go 2 by 2. Dodd, quick throw out, and nice job there defensively by Jager Halverson, able to break up that pass intended for Aiden Least. So 2nd and 10 now. Clock stops at 9:59 here in quarter number 4. But again, what a game over in Amherst going on right now. But we've got an equally thrilling game here. Just a 2-point difference on the scoreboard. Hortonville with the ball. They lead by 2. Hortonville will hand off to Strange. Strange around the edge, and he'll be brought down at the Tigers sideline. And that tackle made by Cameron Denis. Denis quickly able to get that one sealed off on the edge on the near side, right in front of the Marshfield bench. And Amherst comes right back. They score. They've had about 4 touchdowns in the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter alone. There was a flag on the field, though, but man, oh man. What a touchdown fest over in Amherst right now as Dodd back to pass. And on the wheel route over through Gosser. So Gosser on the wheel route here on the Marshfield side. And that'll bring up 4th down for Hortonville. Kind of threw into a crowd there as Gosser ran his wheel route. He ran it right into the route of the other receiver here on the side. Four players all in the same area there, and the ball not really catchable by any of them. So punt here for Hortonville. Marshfield to get the ball back. Down by 2. Punt by Hughes. Ran down by Slade. Slade let it bounce once and now a couple times. It'll finally roll dead at the Hortonville 10-yard line, where Marshfield will take over when we come back. 8:59 left to play in the game.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
So back to Hiding Community Field. Marshfield will start on its own 10-yard line. 8:59 left to play. They trail by 2. Femmel dancing now will run to the outside. He's across the 10, 15, cuts back inside, and it'll be a run of 12, and the ball will come out outside of the 20, marked down at the 22-yard line. So a run of 12 after the pass play breaks down for Trevor Femmel. Able to make something good of it, and the down remains first. The Marshfield offense going to have to do something they've not been able to do yet this season. That's sustain a drive all the way down the field to get themselves in scoring position. As the handoff goes to Trulin, he cuts back around right tackle, spins forward, and back-to-back 12-yard runs for the Tigers. The offense now begins to move just a bit on the back-to-back 12-yard positive plays on the ground. The ball now up to the 34-yard line as the Tigers play here behind 8:15 left in the game. Hortonville 3-3 on the season. Marshfield 0-4. Tigers looking for their first win here in 2020. Femmel calls for it, puts one in motion. Now the handoff comes up the middle. And it'll be a gain of about a yard on the carry. Yeah, it looked like that was Durham. Nope, I'm sorry. That's number 43, Ben Conrady. So Conrady on the carry. And a gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
Wolf makes the stop after 1-yard gain.
So Femmel runs the play in, gets his Tigers organized at the line of scrimmage. He's got Durham behind him. And 3 receivers split out wide to his right. Femmel on the action, now rolls and throws it just behind Slade. Slade not able to bobble and bring it back in.
Pass to Slade falls incomplete. 3rd and 9.
Threw it just behind Slade. He leads him out there just a bit, maybe floats that one just a bit, let Slade run to it. Slade's probably running into Hortonville territory. But as it is, 3rd down. So back-to-back 12-yard runs, then a run of 1 incomplete pass. That brings up 3rd and 9 here on the series. As Durham comes out here on 3rd down, Femmel again gets the play, brings it into the huddle for the Tigers. 7:16 left to play. Marshfield 3 timeouts, and as I say it, they use one here. I was just about to say they looked a little bit disorganized on the field. Coach Gadel's going to use the timeout. We'll use it along with him. 7:16 left when we come back.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com. So Marshfield uses its first timeout of the half. Both teams now with 2 timeouts left. As we play here in the 4th quarter, 7:16 remains. Another quick update over in Amherst. It is Spencer Columbus 30, Amherst 29, 3:27 left. Tense moments ahead over in Amherst. Not quite in that territory yet. We've got a few more minutes on our clock than they do, but Marshfield looking to pick up the first down, and they won't. And the blitz, it's the sack from number 54, Bodie Schanhofer, and Schanhofer brings down Femmel, and that'll bring the punt team back on for the Tigers. Coach Gato called the timeout as his offense was struggling to get the play. Calls the timeout. That gives Hortonville a chance defensively to think about it, and they think about bringing heat, and they do, and they get to Femmel. So 4th and 18 now. Clock runs, 6:40 left in the game. And again, Peterson on to punt, and he punts it away. Another low liner for Peterson, and this one will bounce, and Payne will let it bounce. It'll be tracked down inside the 15 and touched at the 11-yard line. Another great punt for Seth Peterson. That one touched down by Parker Week, and now Hortonville will set up shop with 6:18 left to go. They hang on to a 2-point lead here on the road in Marshfield. So Hortonville offense here, looking to run some time off the fourth quarter clock, and they start with a run. It may have been Ben Bulow on the run there for the Polar Bears, and Hughes, my apologies. 10, not 30. Saw a 0 on the side of his jersey. Brendan Braun on the tackle for Marshfield. But Polar Bears looking to run a little time off the clock here. As they lead by 2, we wind under 5:45 left to play here in the game. Dodd calls for it. Now he'll drop back to pass. Passes over the middle, and Hughes dropped it. Hughes dropped it as Kai Swanson bearing down on him, and that stops the clock here at 5:34. See if Hortonville puts the ball back on the ground again and keep that clock moving. A little surprised to see them pass there, but that's the offense. That's the Polar Bear offense, passing attack. So tough to get away from what you do and what you do best, even though clock moving may have been better than a 3-yard pass completion. But as it is, Dodd back to pass, and under pressure, rolls out to his left. Now sprinting, and will get away from the Marshfield pressure and then step out of bounds and then trip over the down marker, and they're going to throw a flag on that. It looked from here like Dodd tripped over the down marker on the far side of the field. They're going to say he was contacted out of bounds, and if that penalty stands, that'll be a first down for Hortonville. So we'll get the final call over here. The flag flew. They actually mark him down at the 13-yard line, but they will call the penalty on Marshfield. That'll result in a Hortonville first down, so they get a fresh set of downs on what otherwise would have been fourth down. What a break for the Polar Bears on third down. The punt team would have been on the field. Now the offense stays on the field, and they get to work on that clock just a bit more, although they haven't worked on it much. They only ran about 30 seconds off the clock on the first 3 downs. Now Dodd will hand off again on first down, and again, Marshfield defense up to the task. And Jaden Wilhelm again in the backfield, and it's a loss on the carry. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 now upcoming for Hortonville. Marshfield defense makes it very hard to get positive yardage with pressure in the backfield like that. So clock rolls under 4:50 left here in the game. Hortonville again leads by 2, 14-12. Dodd will be back to pass, rolls to his right, throws out to his right, connects there with Hughes, and Hughes will be pushed out of bounds. It's enough for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 now as Hughes brings in the pass play for 13 yards on 2nd and 11. And 1st and 10 now for Hortonville at the 41-yard line. So the Polar Bears split 3 wide out to the left of quarterback Sam Dodd. And false start perhaps here on Hortonville. Flags, 3 flags on the ground. And it is a false start from the right side of the offensive line of Hortonville. So that'll be backed up to the 36. It'll be 1st and 15. Again, Marshfield defense working to get their offense back on the field. They need to find 2 points, more likely to find 3 than 2, but you never know sometimes. We've had 2 points scored in the game. It was a safety on the side of Marshfield, as on a punt for Hortonville, the ball flew out of the back of the end zone, and another big play in the backfield for Jaden Wilhelm. Hortonville been unable to handle Wilhelm. And actually, that was Ethan Daggett. My apologies. But either way, these run plays, 2 or 3 Tigers defensive linemen are deep in on the Hortonville side of the ball. Now 2nd and 19. Clock, though, running as we near 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Again, Dodd, 3 receivers in the formation, running back to his right. One-step drop, and that pass is going to be intercepted. The pass is intercepted by Parker Week. Week read the drop of Sam Dodd, and the pass is intercepted. And again, the Marshfield defense has set up the offense. And as has been the story all game, now up to the offense to convert. But they start in Hortonville territory. The ball is marked at the Hortonville 37 on the interception from the senior Parker Week. Just a few seconds left over in Amherst. Update you on that after this play as Fetting quickly out to Lemoyne, and Lemoyne will perhaps even lose a yard on the swing pass. See where they officially mark that down. He either lost half a yard or gained nothing. And they're going to say he lost they're going to say he lost a full yard now on the swing pass. So 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. A Marshfield offense has got to move that ball forward here. 3:21 and counting. Fetting back to pass. He's got time. Now throws the ball deep into coverage and overthrows everybody. Dangerous pass there for Will Fetting as he threw into double coverage. The receiver intended on the play was Logan Durham. Durham double covered, and that ball had danger written all over it off the hand of Will Fetting. Does land incomplete. 3rd and long now for Marshfield. You would think 4-down territory here, so you want to get a chunk on 3rd down and then deal with what's ever left on 4th down. Man in motion for the Tigers. Fetting on the rollout. Screen was set up and snuffed out. Fetting continues to backpedal and now throws it over the middle of the field, and they're going to say the intended receiver was Ben Conrady. They're going to talk about intentional grounding, and they will throw the flag on intentional grounding. I don't know if Conrady started as a receiver, if he started on the line. He was the nearest eligible receiver. I believe he was eligible on the play. He was near to the ball, but I don't believe the ball was intended for him. But either way, they're going to have to mark this off a bit further than that, I think. Ball right now sits on the 43-yard line. Okay. So they're going to mark it off 5 yards. That'll be 4th and about 16 upcoming here for the Tigers. Hang on, now the White Hat's blowing his whistle here, and I'm not sure if they marked that at the right place. And no, they haven't. They've got to mark that all the way back where Fetting threw it, and it's going to be 4th and about a 1/3 of the football field coming up for the Tigers as he let that loose from all the way back at his own 36-yard line. And Coach Gadel's got 2 timeouts. He's got 3:07, and from there you got to have the punt team come on. Well, let's see here if Mr. Fagan's better at math than I am. That's a long ways back there. Line to gain is the 27. So 23 plus 20, that's a long ways. And we got whistles on the field to give us a chance to do some math when we come back. It's fourth and a very long ways right after this.
Taqueria El Sol sirve la comida mexicana más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol está en Marshfield, en Avenida South Central y calle 17. Está abierta cada día. Taqueria El Sol prepara salsa y guacamole cada día. Y tiene un menú con muchas recetas familiares de México.
Taqueria El Sol tiene una tienda de comestibles también. Se venden comidas mexicanas secas, refrigeradas y congeladas para ayudarle a servir la comida mexicana, la más auténtica en Wisconsin Central. Taqueria El Sol en la Avenida South Central en Marshfield.
So the ball is on the 32. It is 4th and 47. Or 45, sorry, Jada. Yep, 4th and 45. Fourth in a insurmountable amount. How's that? Fourth and just way too many. So it is a punt for Peterson and the Tigers. We had to bring out the abacus during the commercial break, and we're pretty sure we got it right. This one, another deep punt by Peterson, and fair caught by Hortonville. That one hauled in there by Braden Gosser. So Hortonville will set up with an even 3 minutes left on the clock. Marshfield with 2 timeouts. They trail by 2. Hortonville looking to hang on to the win here. Spencer Columbus hangs on to the win in a very wild fourth quarter. They win at Amherst 30-29, and both teams will head to the playoffs next week. It's Fall Creek 15, Neilsville 6 with 2 minutes left over in Fall Creek. And here again, it is a Hortonville 2-point lead deep into the fourth quarter as Chase Hughes will rumble this one out about 2 yards.
Strange gets carried, gains a couple. Donovan makes the stop.
And in on the tackle for Marshfield was Dane Tollefson, and as he came up off the pile, Tollefson will head to the sidelines for the Tigers. So Hortonville runs the ball on first down. See if they come back to it here on second down again. Their offense is a passing offense, but here you need to run some clock, and to do that, you got to run the ball. See if the Polar Bears will call one more run play here. And they will as they continue to work on the clock, and rumbling forward that time was Strange. And Strange out ahead, he had a 9-yard run on 2nd and 8, so a first down, and the clock rolls with first and 10, 2:08 left in the game. So Coach Gato likely to use one of those 2 timeouts after this play as he studies the clock from the sideline now. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Dodd waits for the back judge to begin his countdown. He's got Strange behind him. Dodd calls for it, hands off to Strange. Strange again up the middle. And Coach Gato calls the timeout with 1:39 left in the game. It is Hortonville 14, Marshfield 12.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
.139 left here in Marshfield. Defense, Marshfield Tiger defense again looking to chase Hortonville off the field. And we'll need to stop them here on second down, call another timeout. And then if you play this out here with me a little bit, without any timeouts after that. Best Marshfield can probably do is get the ball back with about 40 seconds. Now Dodd misses the handoff in the backfield, and timeout is called right away. We'll keep it here with 1:35 left in the game. So it'll be 3rd and about 12 upcoming for Hortonville. And Hortonville likely to run the ball. Marshfield no timeouts left, so you get that ball spotted at about a minute 25 or so. You're able to run that down into about 50 seconds left. You get the punt off with about 50 seconds. Marshfield then going to line up on their first play, about 40 seconds left in the game with no timeouts. That's if Marshfield defense able to get a stop here on 3rd down. That's what the Tigers are looking at here. Best case, according to my math, get the ball back with 40 seconds left, and then with no timeouts, do what they haven't been able to do all game, which would be to drive a very large portion of the field and get down and score. Marshfield, a defensive touchdown to their credit, but offensively, and a safety to their credit. That's 9 of the 12 points, and the field goal came on a short field. So Marshfield offensively, again, should they get the ball back, will have to do something they've not been able to do all game, is put together a very long drive and do it with no timeouts. Dodd now back to pass, airs it out, and you can forget all that math now as the pass is hauled in. And on the pass reception, it is, guess who, T.J. Payne. And T.J. Payne on the connection from Sam Dodd, and we are a couple kneel downs from Hortonville, moving their record to 4-3, and Marshfield dropping to 0-5. Brad online asking if Marshfield has a field goal kicker. They do, and they've got a good one, Seth Peterson, but unfortunately for Marshfield, likely will not see the services of Peterson for the rest of this game, as victory formation here for Hortonville. And we will talk about our Allen Johnson State Farm player of the game. Allen Johnson State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Allen Johnson State Farm is there for you on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. And T.J. Payne, our State Farm player of the game, as he brings in the catch that effectively puts this one out of reach for the Tigers. And 7 catches today for T.J. Payne. And he was a lot to handle, along with Sam Dodd for the Tigers. And again, that is our Allen Johnson State Farm player of the game. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And like a good neighbor, Allen Johnson State Farm is there for you on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. And again, our game recap here today. It was a pair of touchdowns for the Polar Bears, my apologies, in the 3rd quarter. A 32-yard touchdown run for Hunter Strange and a 47-yard touchdown pass from Sam Dodd to Aiden Least. And those 2 touchdowns proved to be the difference in today's game, again, as Hortonville moves their record to 4-3 on the season. Marshfield drops to 0-5. And again, thanks to our post-game show sponsor, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily, NasonvilleDairy.com. Again, highlights of all of our games coming up later tonight on Facebook. You can check your local Facebook Zaleski Sports channel for highlights. And then we are back on the air a week from today. It's playoff football. 1 week from today, right here on Zaleski Sports. For Jada Hamblin, Jason Zaleski telling you to have a great night, have a fun weekend, and best of luck to all the teams participating in state tournaments around the state of Wisconsin as they vie for state championships in volleyball and soccer.